Ugh, ay caramba. Okay. We did it, guys. We did it, Patrick. We saved the city. Ugh. Oh, it's so much better. Alright. Mm-mm-mm. I freaking love drinking. Oh. Hmm. Okay, interesting. Grr. So they took Bro's journal. Interesting. Why would they take his journal? What
Third of July, 1839. Today I picked up Herbert's things at the customs house. I dug through the trove of documents he had carried and found a log detailing the expedition. The nature of this text ranged from quick notes to colourful accounts of transpired events. I skimmed the pages, trying to figure out what might have happened. May 17th, the day I was trapped inside the orb chamber, Herbert dryly states, "Recovered Daniel after 1 hour of entrapment." This confused me greatly. I was suffocating within minutes. How could I have lasted an hour? I continued reading the peculiar text. Herbert states his facts without judgment or passion, but suddenly I could read frustration into his text. He pushed his men to investigate the underground tomb, an effort which seems to have strained the minds of his men. Madness spread through the ranks, and Herbert had to take some extreme measures to continue. He finally visits the chamber himself, where he retrieves the orb to the surface. His account confuses me greatly. If he has the orb, what are those pieces in my drawing room?
The orb. The orb. We have to find the orb. Get out of here, bro. Shit. You know, for being a nyctophobe, this dude has some insane arm strength. Gah! Nothing. Of course not. You know, if our dude wanted to be, like, efficient but slow, which I know doesn't make sense, but if he wanted to, he could just knock all over all of these, like, candelabras and stuff and just burn the whole place to the ground. Oop.
Daniel?
What?
Still having nightmares, I see.
Yes, I can't shake them. They come every night.
Hey, yo.
We'll put a stop to them. You'll see.
A stop to the kobolds. Prank him, Daniel. Aha, you already know. Wait, okay, that's not a drawer. Sometimes I wonder if they will have things add to the world or I like interact with something that progresses the plot, you know? I don't know why, but this feels important somehow. I hope it isn't. Yeah.
The key. Please, let it be here.
We got to fight. I think he saw me. Oh. Okay. That solves that problem. Nothing in here. It's always clothing.
4th of July, 1839. It's done. The orb is assembled. I was awakened by an exhausting nightmare. Shaking and sweating, I retired to the drawing room with a cup of tea. The relic pieces lay spread across the table as I'd left them, but somehow I knew how it was supposed to be. I fetched the tar, which I had prepared to fix the pieces together, and without fault I joined them, producing the orb I remembered so clearly. The tar proved unnecessary. It was pushed out from the joining pieces as they merged on their own, with no adhesive.
What?
The ancient stone relic now rests on my table. Its immaculate surface and perfect shape could have been molded by a factory. This is all too strange.
The orb. Guys, we need to assemble the orb. Ooh. Together we are Amnesia, the Dark Descent. Come on, get in there. So there's a key hidden in here, huh? If I were a key, where would I be? I hope this isn't one of those pixel peeking or pixel searching areas. The rabbit. Huh. Ah. La fire. Very nice. But does it but is it, like, does it have to be in that very room? Because my assumption is it does. This needle might be used for something, I don't know.
Oh, thank God, there it is.
Oh, oops.
I guess it is a good place to hide it then.
Now I feel kind of stupid because I totally did not mean to do that. Alright. The strange letter. Sir William Smith had been marked. There was no way for him to know that the young man from the other day cast such a terrible shadow. Don't like the sound of that. Okay, we gotta move quickly. This place is a mess. Box flip. Oh! Oh. There's no way there's not something nearby. I'm not at all convinced it was just a tinderbox in here. Okay, maybe it was just a tinderbox. Cool. Huh, okay. Sneak chat. It's in here. Oops. I didn't mean to throw that. Don't want to waste what few tinderboxes I have. Ooh, we can use this. Yeah, there we go. Foolproof. Okay, so there's that, but I want to see if there's anything else. It feels so odd that we can easily see outside, but it's like this place is a fully engulfing nightmare. Interesting. Okay, I guess there's really nothing in here. To my most trusted student and friend, Johann Weyer. The most remarkable thing happened as I was traveling through the Prussian woods this summer. I finally found one of the orbs I have been looking for the last 20-odd years. It is as inexplicable as the Heliodromus described it in the Hortus Conclussus. Sus! Boom, 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 boom. Okay, sorry. It was as it was told about. An underground Mithrax from Skyrim. Temple crowned with the unearthly artifact. The orb was big enough to fill my cupped hands, and the texture was smooth and jagged. Its color washed while rich. Contrast is not enough to describe its nature. It was an impossibility, an artificial paradox captured within stone. I was staying in a nearby village called Alstadt, investigating one of the antiquated trails when I finally found the cavern. I went inside, and suddenly I could verify the truth of these enigmatic artifacts. They were real. As you can understand, this is the most important discovery of my life, but it has also become my greatest fear. As I entered the underground chamber, I could feel that I was trespassing. Because of my curiosity, I did my best to fight these instincts and fetch the orb from its place. I scrambled out of the chamber and into the woods. I could sense something was following me. It bayed loudly as it closed in. The beast, this guardian of the orb, was relentless in its pursuit. I made my way to a nearby ravine where I stumbled upon some men fishing in the lake. I tried to warn them as I passed, but fortunately they remained as I continued my escape. When I heard their cry of pain echo through the valley, I felt such a tremendous sense of relief, thinking I would be spared. Oh, he really was like, okay, I gotta go, bye, and then they all just get murdered instantly. Suddenly, a blue shimmering light engulfed me, and the colors of the forest were washed away before my eyes. I kept running through the bleak surroundings. The trees had turned charcoal, black with leaves of cinder, the ground covered in murky water. I pressed on through the drenched as the glowing ember gave way to the rising wind. It rained on me. I could hear pleading screams in the distance, and I joined in as pain and fear overtook me. I fell to the ground, gasping for air. This certainly must sound strange, but I had been carried miles away across the Alps to a grassy field outside Genoa. The guardian had taken the orb from me, but still until this day I fear its return. Sometimes I lay awake at night listening for the howling cry I heard in the forest. It has been nearly a decade since that day, and I still haven't been able to write about the incident. The last time we spoke, you told me about your interest and ongoing research into the mythic orbs, and I realized I owed you the truth about my visit to Alstadt. Your friend and mentor, Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa. Orb lore. Everybody loves a good bit of orb lore. Chat, who here loves orb lore? Personally, it was one of my favorite activities. I'm not at all convinced that there are tinderboxes hiding behind these books, because there never seems to be any.